Welcome back everyone to your stimulus check update for today. I do hope you have been well. I hope your weekend is going well so far. Let me know what you've been up to. Let me know down below in the comments. But in this video, we're going to be discussing specifically today, the prospects of a fourth stimulus check. Now, I know many of you right off the bat will say, well, wait a minute, I didn't even get my third stimulus check yet. Well, we're waiting on more updates as far as SSI and SSDI recipients. We're still waiting to hear more, so more updates are to come. This is your one-stop shop for everything stimulus, so you'll find all updates right here on this channel. But in this video, I do want to discuss the potential hypothetical fourth stimulus check and what are the chances we could see one. So we'll be discussing it in this update. So let's dive right in. But before we do, as always, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Click that big red button as well as the notification bell as well. That will actually notify you when I do post a brand new video or when I go live, when we do also some cash giveaways. So we'll be doing more of those down the road. When we do hit 20,000 subscribers, we'll be doing our next cash giveaway. And we're just about there. We're rounding the turn. We're rounding the corner, as President Trump would say. And so also, if you have been enjoying my content, make sure you give this video a big thumbs up. Smash the like button. I would greatly appreciate that. So let's get started after you do those few things for me. So is a fourth stimulus check even possible at this point? Well, we're going to be taking a look at what economists are saying about a potential fourth stimulus check and the likelihood of it. Also, what actions that lawmakers have taken and what they've also said. So we'll be looking at it, and we're going to be looking at all the information that we have so far surrounding a fourth stimulus check. So to date, so far, 64 congressional lawmakers have pushed for reoccurring stimulus payments until the end of the pandemic. And that was something that was much more vociferously called for towards the beginning of the pandemic, when you had proposals coming out of Congress such as $2,000 a month per individual in a given household. And so that was something that was more echoed towards the beginning of the pandemic, not so much anymore. But it is still something that's on the table. In fact, in January, 2 months before President Biden signed the latest stimulus package into law, you had 53 House Democrats pressing Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris for recurring stimulus checks in a letter where they insisted that, quote, one more check is not enough. In the letter, it said it was very encouraging to see the inclusion of direct cash assistance in your current economic rescue plan. This was before it was signed into law and just recently proposed by President Biden. They went on to say, however, it is clear that during this unprecedented time in our nation's history that we must take additional unprecedented action, the group of lawmakers had said. The letter was led by Representative Ilhan Omar of Minnesota and urged the Democratic leaders to continue the checks until the economy recovers with, quote, equal payments to adults and dependents, and prioritize those who need it the most and will spend it quickest, and include older dependents such as disabled and elderly dependents and those over the age of 16 still claimed as dependents. The letter was signed by a slew of congressional leaders, and just earlier this month, an additional 11 Senate Democrats hopped on board and joined the push to call for reoccurring stimulus payments. That was just earlier this month, and the senators had asked Biden to deliver the measure in a follow-up relief package in a separate letter to the president after the House initially passed the American Rescue Plan, which only provided $1,400 direct payments. Of course, they're not recurring monthly payments. The letter's signatures included some very prominent lawmakers, people that have a lot of power in the U.S. Congress. These people included Senators Ron Wyden of Oregon. He's the chair of the Senate Finance Committee. Bernie Sanders of Vermont, who's the chair of the Senate Budget Committee. You also had Sherrod Brown of Ohio, chair of the Senate Banking Committee. Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts. Ed Markey of Massachusetts. Cory Booker of New Jersey. Michael Bennet of Colorado. Tammy Baldwin of Wisconsin. Kirsten Gillibrand of New York. Alex Padilla of California, and Richard Blumenthal of Connecticut. So far, President Biden has not voiced any support vocally for another stimulus check or a recurring stimulus check. And another stimulus check, whether it's monthly or one time, would face an uphill battle on Capitol Hill. This is because the Democrats just recently used the budget reconciliation process to pass the latest stimulus bill without any Republican support. And the reconciliation process could only be used once per fiscal year. So with COVID-19 cases on the decline and vaccines being rolled out, the Biden administration and Democrats might want to prioritize the next use of reconciliation towards other Democratic priorities come October 1st, when the new fiscal year does start, such as tackling climate change, perhaps gun reform, which would also face scrutiny by Republicans. Democrats have also called to cancel student debt, raise the minimum wage, and so many other priorities that they would want to see happen in this country now that they have control of both chambers of Congress and, of course, the White House. What policies do you think the Democrats are going to try to push for come October 1st? If you are leaning left, if you are on the liberal side, What do you want to see happen in this country that could be done through reconciliation? I'm curious to hear your ideas. Let me know down below in the comment section. This means if Democrats wanted to pass another stimulus check before October 1st, they would have to face Republicans and try to get Republicans on board with their proposal, which would never ever happen. Republicans at this point don't want to keep adding to the national debt and the deficit. It is too much at this point. They've already spent trillions and trillions of dollars now under the Trump and Biden administrations. But with that being said, with 18 million Americans still receiving unemployment, some economists do believe that another stimulus payment would be necessary to boost the economy and keep the economy afloat. Many people are still speculating whether a fourth stimulus check will come. So according to Peter Earle, he's an economist at the American Institute for Economic Research, he had told CNBC that, quote, more direct stimulus payments are certainly possible. And he had also said that the enacted stimulus package likely, quote, won't be enough, and said more stimulus could come later. The 10 senators that released a letter to President Biden calling for more cash payments earlier this month had mentioned that these stimulus payments could be used as part of the next budget bill. In that group's letter, they had specifically said, quote, we urge you to include recurring direct payments and automatic unemployment insurance extensions tied to economic conditions in your Build Back Better long-term economic plan. So perhaps this won't be a standalone proposal, a standalone stimulus package, but rather something part of already Biden's infrastructure plan, his economic plan, something that Biden has already been pushing for. You can attach stimulus to it. And it's not like at this point monthly payments are a shocking thing to hear. In fact, as part of the latest stimulus package, the expanded child tax credit is paid out monthly to people who do qualify for it. Families that are eligible will start receiving $300 a month starting in July as part of this new expanded child tax credit under the American Rescue Plan. The monthly extended child tax credit also got some support from Republicans. Mitt Romney was the one who originally proposed the idea for a new child tax credit that's bigger and larger. Now, if Democrats could end the filibuster, there'd also be a chance that Democrats could pass new legislation with just a simple majority, like the reconciliation process, without the approval from Republicans. Currently, most legislation requires a supermajority in the upper chamber of the Congress, or 60 votes. And so that means, as it stands right now, as the Senate is split, you would need 10 Republicans on board with any bill the Democrats would want to pass. So if that filibuster does end, you could see a ton of legislation and progress being made under the Biden administration. What are your thoughts on a monthly stimulus check? Do you believe it is vital right now, especially with the economy bouncing back, or is it necessary? I'm curious, what are your thoughts? Let me know down below. More updates are to come. We're still waiting to hear from the IRS as far as a timeline when SSI and SSDI recipients could expect their stimulus check, but I'll be updating you guys every step of the way, so no worries with that. If you did enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up, smash a like button. I would greatly appreciate that. Just so help with that YouTube algorithm, it does support me and my channel. And if you'd like to see more content from my channel, as always, make sure that you are subscribed. Click that big red button and the notification bell as well. And if you'd like to get some free stocks all on me, all free, use my links down below in the description when you sign with Robinhood and or Webull to get some free stocks, some valued up to thousands of dollars in some cases. So let me know what stocks you do get. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.